Right on this objective token.
Fonz's Shore Troopers moving up to our objective token. This is round 1 of the Alpha Fortress Store Championship in Chino Valley, Arizona. Our two players here are Fonz and Michael Goldsmith, both running Empire. Michael Goldsmith running the Tempest Force, 6 scouts, 3 speeders, 2 stormtroopers, Imperial Officer. Fonz running an interesting ATST Iden Versa Bossk, 2 units of shores, one with an astromech, one with a medical droid, both with T-21Bs, both with offensive push, and then 2 E-Web engineers, both with barrage generators. And the ATST has the range 1 to 3 gun that gives it the extra rainbow combo dice. Looks like Fawn's first move is moving up the Shore Troopers to one of the objective tokens. The objective is recover the supplies, so a very heavy, trooper heavy objective. Going to be nice for Fawn's. I believe he's sitting at 8 activations, 7 of which can grab the tokens. Michael, on the other hand, sitting better at 9 activations that can grab the tokens with a 12 activation list in total. So this could really steamroll for Fawn's here, because Mike does have the extra 3 speeders that can go pretty much at the very end and just kill something before it goes. Fawn's, however, does have some range 4 weaponry that could work out pretty well. It looks like Mike grabbed an objective and then speed 1 over a little barricade. Not exactly sure how that quite works. I'm pretty sure you can't start on the objectives. So I think that's a foul play on Michael's part. I don't think it'll matter too much though, because he would have just moved and grabbed the objective and put all of his units behind that little point. It doesn't seem like... It seems like he can... It seems like that red unit that did grab that objective can still be shot by really any unit that wants to. I think he's just getting the benefit of the cover there. So not exactly the best thing there. Looks like they are measuring, does an E-Web have a shot at that unit, maybe? Through that walker leg? I'm not exactly sure. We don't exactly have that many camera angles for this game, so unfortunately, next time we do this, we will try to have more camera angles. But yeah, the deployment was disarray, which is why you'll see the armies kind of split up. On the right side of the screen, you'll see Mike's stormtroopers and 2 scout troopers up in the little ball of white. None of them are moving behind the shield generator. They're all moving out to the center of the map for the objective. None of them are taking a flanking route, which makes them somewhat easy pickings for the ATST. We'll see exactly how that goes here. And yeah, oh yeah, the condition as well is war weary. So commanders have to be at range 1 of their units for them not to panic. Doesn't matter too much for Mike's squad, as all of his units have Courage 2 except for 1 stormtrooper group. The other stormtrooper group has the Imperial Officer. It does matter for Fonz's squads though, as 1 unit of shore troopers is on the other side of the map away from Iden. So that could be a problem. And with the 2nd unit of shores out of range of Iden, that could also be another issue here too. It does look like some dice were rolled, and it looks like that E-Web is going to take a shot at those scout troopers, and they are going to use one of their prepared supplies dodge tokens and roll for 1 save. And it looks like he saves it, or did he take a guy? Looks like he saved it, and he takes just the 2 suppression for the barrage generators, I believe, if the barrage generators were used. They might have not been. I'm not exactly sure how many suppression that was. I would assume 2. So, double suppression on a Courage 2 unit, not terrible. Oh yes, the 6 scout troopers are outfitted with prepared supplies, emergency transponders, smoke grenades, and situational awareness. So basically just trying to keep them alive as long as possible. Interesting, we'll see if that works out. The 2 stormtrooper units both have recon intel and HH-12s, and one of them has an Imperial Officer. Interesting way to deal with suppression, and then the Imperial Officer in the list has improvised orders, and none of the speeders have upgrades. In total, it has a 10-point initiative bid, which is pretty big. I don't think it's going to be a Blizzard Force initiative bid, but it certainly is high, high enough to get his battle deck. So I think, I do think this setup works to his advantage. Disarray is very good for his scouts and his speeders. Fonz's list getting split up, not really going to be able to focus fire with the gun line. That might be an issue. Looks like this unit of scout troopers are going. It looks like they're going to grab the objective. They would technically have to move and grab the objective, but I guess it seems like they're going to... But I guess because he did start his units on him, they are going to gain a dodge. I'm not sure if... Or is that a standby? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, of course, kind of cheating there because you aren't allowed to start on objectives. You have to move up to them. But I don't think it'll matter. It may matter, but I'm not sure if it will. We'll have to see what that ATST wants to shoot. And it looks like Fonz is going to go ahead and pass back to Mike, and Mike is going to use improvised orders on this Special Forces token. Doesn't want to draw Special Forces right now. Draws another one anyways. gonna have to activate a Scout Trooper unit that he doesn't want to activate right now. Wanted to start with the 2 scouts that were at objective, grab those objectives and move out. And I think after that he wanted different things to activate, like stormtroopers with rockets maybe. But it seems like he's going to have to go with this Scout Trooper unit. Going over to the other side of the table to see what exactly he can do here. Gonna think about a climb for... He's going to climb with the Scout unit over that mountain. The new climb rolls basically being a jump 1 with reduced speed 1. I believe Mike here was going to go ask for a counselor to check and see if that was allowed because... yeah, he... I think he didn't really see the point. I think he knows about climbing rules, but I don't think he thinks that that's kind of ridiculous, and I think he just wanted to double check. But it was allowed by the counselor. No, he's showing the counter right now, and the counselor says it's okay. Okay, so he's going to be doing that. Yeah, it is kind of weird with the climbing rules. Basically, jump 1. But yeah, that is kind of weird. All right, so it looks like a unit of scouts going to move up. Probably take a shot into these shore troopers. It looks like the shorts will be covered by cover, maybe, unless the scout leader is in base contact. Looks like they're determining line of sight and how many minis can die. Wish we had that second camera angle. Got to set it up before this game began, so kind of just doing this. This is a pre-recorded game, by the way. This was recorded first, and then the voiceover is now. This tournament, I believe, happened a couple weeks ago on a Sunday, so it's been a while. Haven't really had time to upload it due to the just life, basically. life's been really busy right now, so we are getting it out there though, and I don't think this isn't like Nova or Lone Star, so I don't think it's that urgent it gets out. But it looks like he's going to be using emergency transponders. All of his cards are paper, so it looks like he's putting a token on the cards to represent that they're done. I think it's an immobilizer ion token. Looks like they're going to gain. Is that a dodge or is that an aim? Don't know what it is. It might be a dodge token. Trying to keep his scouts a little bit alive as they just roll some dice against some shore troopers here. Not as concerned as killing the shore troopers in that case, unless it was an aim. I mean, we'll see, I guess, when the dice are rolled. If they're rolled in camera view, which they probably won't be. But we'll see. Oh yeah, gonna assign the order token to him, of course, before he forgets. And you're gonna go and take a shot here. Yeah, it looks like it's out of our view. I would assume 4 or 5 hits. We'll see how much defense Bonds rolls if we see. Looks like it was 5. Big shot from the scouts. They've seen that cover to almost nothing. And how many minis are removed there? Looks like 3 minis. That's a pretty big shot. That is, yeah, that's just down to the heavy and the medical droid now, and that unit's already gone, so they can't use the medical droid this turn to revive any of those guys. That's huge. That's half the unit wiped out, and I don't think he spent an aim token on that, so that is huge. Wow, good shot. Not sure if that was luck or if that was just a good attack. Yeah, must have rolled 6 hits then, and light hard cover down the light, unless because he was in base contact with the mountain that it didn't count for cover. Looks like Fonz is going to return fire with Aiden. Aiden running an interesting loadout this game. She has situational awareness, which is what you want on her, with the TL50 repeater this game, actually. No sniper, using the TL50. I'm going to see how many hits she can put into the unit of scouts. Looks like she's going to use quick thinking to gain that aim and dodge token. Good strategy there. She gains the aim. This turn, the 1 pip command card was played, so she has sharpshooter 2 and the additional aim token. So, and at the end of her activation, she'll gain a standby. So she's looking pretty. The low profile won't trigger on the scouts, so they have no cover for this shot. So I think that's why Mike was taking the dodge token to keep them alive as long as possible. Oh no, wait, sorry. Iden's not activating, it's the ATSD. Looks like the ATSD just did 2 speed 1. Or no, wait. I think the camera skipped a beat here. I think this is, yeah, part of the recording footage was wrong here. I think Iden did take a shot into the scouts, ended up killing 2 of them after the prepared supplies dodge, their dodge they had on them. Or she killed 3 of them, I forget exactly. And now we're on to the ATST activation. The ATST, gonna do 1 move action here and then shoot at these units. I believe Mike was helping out Fonz here. Fonz thought the ATST had speed 1. Mike reminded him it was speed 2, so Fonz took both the move actions back just to do 1 speed 2 move. Now shooting at range 3 of some scout troopers. Using that triple rainbow dice from its extra gun. He does have the Hammer's Elite Armor Pilot for Surge to hit, so it's just gonna hit hard into the scouts. Not sure exactly how many he'll remove here. They do have the low profile, so they're gonna have cover 3. It's a lot of dice. Looking at 1 blank. Is that just 1 blank? Oh wow, that's just 1 blank. So that's 8 paint. So 3 are gonna go away to cover. So it looks like a 5 roll. Well, if he spins prepared supplies for a dodge token, looks like he will. So that's gonna be, I believe, 4 defense dice for Mike here. Or is that 5? That was 5 defense dice. That's a huge shot. Gonna roll. Actually, that was 6. Wow, okay. So that was a really good roll. Gonna remove 3 models overall. Scouts saving half of it. A big save from Scouts there. Was it 7 defense dice? I think that was 7 defense dice. Oh, I guess that rock was light cover then. And okay, so it was. Alright, so it was 3 hits canceled. 6. I'm not exactly sure about the math there. Regardless, 3 scouts dead. Pretty good roll defensively for them. Looks like the Imperial Officer is going to go now. Bossk's bounty is obviously on the Imperial Officer, who deployed directly across from him. I think Mike's idea is to kind of use the presence of the speeders and the additional scouts and whatnot to keep them distracted. Looks like he's going to move up with her and spot her, I think, a speeder bike or a stormtrooper unit. I think he's measuring ranges just to decide that. Probably spotter's a speeder bike here, I think. Looks like Fonz is going to now take stock of the battlefield and figure out what he wants to do next. Camera now going to show us the full speeder bike list. It does look like she put an aim on one of the speeder bike units. Unit up in front with the white marks on it, on its base. Yeah, interestingly enough, Mike, he didn't have enough time. I asked Mike, he didn't have enough time to paint all the models before, so he decided to paint all the bases different colors and then paint the cards. I believe he has orange, blue, red, gray, black, and white teams for scouts. And for the speeders, it's white, and black, and black. So a lot better. Really nice for the one unit of speeders that has that unit leader that that's not doing that wild pose of shooting back. It's a speeder from the speeder bike expansions where one guy's throttling it and the other one's just holding still. Very hard to tell which one's leader. So he marked 3 marks on the base of the leader and 2 on the secondary, so that should help him out a little bit there. Alright, kind of hard to see exactly what the players are doing. Looks like Bossk is moving up now. Gonna move up behind some cover, take a shot at a speeder. Looks like there's some line of sight. Looks like Bossk can only see the one in the middle, not the one with the aim token, which is good. To shoot that one with the aim token, Bossk would need to be in the middle. Would need to be in line of sight of all of them, which I don't think Bossk wants to do. So he's gonna take a shot at the guy in the middle. Maybe he removes a speeder here. It is a red and 4 white dice, I believe, with surge to crit, so anything's possible. Bossk can definitely do it here. So we'll see what Fonz rolls here. Gonna check and make sure that there's no abilities that he's missing, obviously. Make sure that everything looks good. I have to say that Bossk painting looks amazing. That Bossk model looks pretty great. Anyways, the roll-off has happened. Looking at 3 hits. Looks like 3 crits, or is that a crit? Looks like cover is going to get rid of 1. Oh no, that is 3 hits. And that does kill a bike. Wow, 3 crits going into 1 bike and killing it. That is... I mean, that answers the shot the scouts gave the scout troopers gave the shore troopers. Sorry, had a hard time pronouncing there. 3 models down in a shore trooper unit, answered by Bossk removing a speeder unit with 1 shot. That's a good answer back for Bossk. And this is before the shores even go, so they might be able to finish off an entire speeder unit or weaken another speeder bike unit. Both of which would be pretty good. Looks like Mike just drew a core unit, and now he's considering his options with the rocket launcher. One core unit's on this side is Blue Squad with the blue bases, and the other core unit is on the other side of the map. Looks like he's going to try to move them out. Yeah, he's going to move them out over the barricade, so it's just a speed 1 move. And then looks like he's just going to double move them into position for a potential next turn shot. Maybe to take in some shots, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. He doesn't have range into anything, so he's just going to double move them in position. Try to make best use of this cover real quick right here. And get all his guys behind there. They may distract a shot. I definitely think that with the defensive tech that Mike has on the scout troopers, he probably wants them to stay alive, so maybe the stormtroopers getting shots better for him. Maybe not, though. Maybe he wants to keep them alive as long as possible. Regardless, he is putting up in a pretty aggressive position. They'll probably start taking shots at that ATST next turn to put some more damage on it. It looks like one unit of stormtroopers did go in the time that we lost. It was that unit back there. They moved around the rock, and they fired a rocket into the ATST, dealing 2 wounds to it. So pretty good rocket there. And it looks like that last unit leader of the scout trooper is either still there with the suppression token or has yet to move back. Regardless though, Fonz's shore troopers here are moving up, and they're going to measure some ranges here to see what they can shoot. Looks like they do have shots to the stormtroopers if they want to take that shot. Or they can take a shot into the speeder unit. Or, well, they're not. They're only range 3, so I guess most of the guns can fire in the stormtroopers, and the T-21 could fire into the speeder unit. Looks like Mike reminding Fonz of the repair droid. Mike being a very gracious opponent. Reminding Fonz a lot. I think Fonz hadn't played the game in a while, so Mike was reminding him of all his abilities and how to use them. Still going full throttle here though, but doing that pretty good. And Fawn's going to tap the offensive push to gain an aim token to use against whatever he decides to shoot here. I think he's probably going to end up splitting fire, going a T-21 shot into a speeder unit and a range 3 into the stormtroopers, or just everything into the stormtroopers maybe. Guess we'll see exactly what happens here. And start grabbing some dice, I think. Yeah, it looks like they're grabbing some dice now. I did say the short troopers do look really good as well, painted models. So far what's got him this turn is the ATST, looks like Bossk, this short trooper, the other short trooper. I believe Iden's gone. Looks like 2 units of scouts, 1 Imperial officer, 1 stormtrooper group, 2 stormtrooper groups, sorry. The other stormtrooper group on the other side of the map moved behind a mountain and shot at the ATST. And now this unit of short trooper shot into what it looks like the stormtroopers. All the weapons going into the stormtroopers. Gonna spin the aim token to reroll dice. And he does have targeting scope, so he's gonna get to be able to reroll up to 3 dice. And it looks like cover canceling 2, so he's gonna be rolling for 3 here. Gonna end up taking one model of stormtroopers. Gonna take the guy in the front and gonna be dealt a suppression token. Yeah, blue squad taking a single casualty. Not a bad shot from short troopers. I mean, one or two dead units of a red defense die unit makes sense. 1 or 2 wounds, and that's 1 or 2 dead stormtroopers. So pretty good. Mike drawing another special forces. It's almost like he has 6 of them in his list. Gonna see what exactly he wants to do with them. I do believe an E-Web I do think he knows about the E-Web shooting at his units, so he's thinking about getting those scouts out of cover. But the problem is that mortar still hasn't gone yet. I don't think he wants to get suppressed too much. Or actually, is he going with this scout over here? Looks like he is going to be going with this scout over here, considering jumping over the cliff and getting a shot off of 2 black dice, which wouldn't do very much. Maybe another suppression token. Or, which could be, that actually could be a lot, because then the stormtroopers would still have 1 suppression. No, it looks like he's going to do a move action. Another move action. Interesting. I guess he's going to be opting to keep that scout alive as long as possible. I'm not exactly sure what the play there with that scout is. I guess we'll see. I don't know. Keeping him alive, I guess. We'll see if that does him any good. I don't think so, but Who knows? You might be thinking a few turns ahead. See what Fawns drew over here. I think that he's still either drawing or considering his options before he draws. Looks like he's going to be drawing an E-Web. Or is that a... That's an E-Web, yeah. Judging by the fact that he's still looking around. One E-Web's already gone, so we just got one E-Web left to move. The E-Web at the far side is blocked by the terrain. You can kind of just barely see it. It's kind of like a little black little thing. He's holding it now. He's considering where to move it now. If he just wants to pivot and then move, double move up to the other E-Web to hold the gun line, or if he wants to start flanking with it. I think Fawns will start flanking with it. Get behind, get some shots off on those scouts next turn. No, he's actually going to go straight up the middle. Interesting. It's a interesting tactic. They do have range 1 to 3, so I guess he is worried about that range limitation. It looks like with a double move, he's going to end up there. And yeah, that's his activation. Not a bad move, getting him into combat. Questionable that he would start back there in the first place, but you never know with Disarray how they're going to deploy. Looks like another Special Forces unit is going to go here. Mike, considering the options, I don't really think he likes to go. Oh, that Scout Trooper is going to double move. Scout 3 and the double move coming in clutch. That Scout Trooper unit taking the center objective. No other units have gone yet. So it looks like they're set up pretty good. The mortar will be able to fire at these two, but I think Mike is trying to get as much cover as possible from Iden and the E-Web for next turn. I don't think he's super concerned about the mortar. He does have prepared supplies and situational awareness, so he should be able to avoid one hit there. Trying to get the cohesion there. I like to call it co-cheesing because of how far he can move models to get cover, but it is a mechanic in the game. I think it's better than it used to be, ready to draw line of sight to the actual model itself. I think that made list building really annoying, because then you just make a bunch of crouching models. You just buy a bunch of packs, you get crouching models. Your entire list is just crouching. It looks like Fawns is drawing the mortar now and going to take a shot at those Scout Troopers. It is his only eligible target. Let's see what he gets here. He gets 1 crit so far. And is that a surge or is that a hit? Looks like... I think that might have been a surge. So we're looking at 2 crits, which is a powerful shot with the mortar. Going to spin 1 dodge, roll 1 save, and take 1 casualty. Wow, okay, that's a pretty good shot for the mortar there. That'll do it. Mortar killing off 1 Scout Trooper with 2 crits, wasting 1 of their dodge tokens. And it looks like we do have another camera skip, unfortunately. It looks like the speeder bikes all moved up and shot Bossk. Bossk is still alive. 1 unit of scouts in the center objective as well to support their brothers. And it looks like the ATST has more damage on it. It looks like it has 1 more damage. I think one of the speeders shot at it, and Bossk seems to have a bit of damage on him as well. And command cards that are being played for round 2. Looks like Constantly Alert for the Tempest Force, which gives them standby tokens, and Reptilian Rampage for Bossk. So Bossk got 2 attacks and a free move action, suffering a wound for that. And it looks like Mike is now reading out his card. I don't think anything's at range 1 of the speeders, and it looks like he's just going to create a standby trap for Bossk. Bossk could... I'm kind of hazy on the standby rules currently. I'll have to look it up at the end of this and post it in the description of this video, but I'm pretty sure you can move out of standby range with just a move action. I believe the only time the action doesn't happen is when you declare an attack, then their attack should go first, but you still get to roll your dice if that unit was defeated. But if you move, it's after the move action when the standbys would trigger. So Bossk can move back right now and then take 2 shots and maybe take out another speeder unit. But I guess we'll see exactly what happens here, what Fawns does with Bossk. There's a lot of options though. This is kind of the turn to make or break it. Those speeders are in the open and they're looking at killing some stuff. So he's going to go with Bossk here. Gonna rally. Obviously Bossk has priority playing a 2-pip over a 3-pip. Interesting. Interesting that the speeders weren't able to actually kill Bossk here. I guess some of them didn't have shots on him. Or, well, it looks like because of the 1 wound on the ATST, it looks like the 1-man speeder bike unit shot the ATST and did 1 damage to it, rather than shoot Bossk and potentially do nothing. Interesting move, though, nonetheless. Oh, yes, and then, of course, because Bossk is enraged, he has infinite courage now, so he no longer gains suppression. Not sure if that suppression token is removed. I believe it is because of infinite courage. Yeah, units with infinite courage can't gain suppression tokens. So Bossk no longer going to have that light cover from it, but not a terrible move nonetheless. Fawn's considering his options. Gonna move straight towards the speeder bikes. I'm not sure if he knows how standby works. Looks like Mike isn't gonna give him a helping hand here, looking at killing a Bossk here. And he is gonna spend all 3 standbys, and just lay into Bossk. Bossk taking the 1 wound. He's only got 2 wounds left on him then. Bossk 7 health character with 4 damage right there. He took 1 damage to get that free move action. So he's only got 2 health left. This first speeder shot's probably going to kill him. Mike asking Fawns about the extra wound for that move action there. Yeah, Mike is definitely not letting Fawns get away here. Let's see what these speeders roll. Looks like 3 hits. And Bossk can take 2 and die. That's unfortunate. 2 more speeder shots going out here. We're going to see exactly what they target. If they go for the ATST, looks like 1 unit of speeders will go for the dual rainbow into the shore troopers. Mike, considering his options, does he want to go for that ATST or go for those shores? I think he's going to go for the shores, maybe? No, he's still thinking. ATST is definitely great, but he's going to go for the shores here. I think it's probably the better move. Take down some dice. Get over 5 hits. That's pretty good. The black die not rolling well, but the 2 white dice rolling hits. Converting. It's like Fawns is going to take another 3 models. Ouch. That hurts a lot. Down to the heavy, Astromech, and T-21. Sorry, the T-21 is the heavy. So the heavy, the Astromech, and the leader. It's a good shot. And they have 1 suppression now, so they're fully suppressed. It looks like the last shot's going to go off and do nothing. Not sure what that shot was towards. I guess that might have been towards the ATST, I'm assuming, just to put another damage into it. But wow, that's rough. I don't think Fawns knew. I think Fawns hadn't played in a while, so I don't think he knew about the whole standby token thing. That definitely hurt him. I don't know which order Mike drew here. It looks like he drew the scout troopers, and he's going to go with them. He's shooting the unit of shore troopers again, and either going to take a dodge or an aim. I'm not sure. I think in this situation it'd be best to take an aim, because they're already going to be dead. They're going to rally, not rally. Oh no, he's going with a different unit of scout troopers. This unit back here, it looks like they're going to move up to the objective and claim it. And it's an interesting time to do that. I mean, I guess the shore troopers are... No, the shore troopers and the mortar together could potentially take out this unit of scouts. And Aiden might be able to too, depending if she has line of sight. A very risky strategy. I guess he's trying to get the... He's trying to put pressure on that center objective to make Fawns do something. So he does have that second unit of scouts that could go up and grab the objective. So this unit of scouts here just might be a distractionary force. Who knows? I guess we'll have to see. It looks like Mike measuring some stuff here. Not exactly sure what he's measuring here, but could matter. No, I think he was measuring for suppression. This list doesn't remove suppression tokens if you're not in range of your commander. I didn't think that unit was in range of the commander, though. Oh, wait, no, they did remove 1 suppression. The mortar shot, though, and has suppressive. Never mind. They still have 1 suppression token. I think he's just measuring ranges for other potential moves of other units, maybe. Range 1 is a little bit less than a speed 2 move, so it's a pretty good measurement tool. Looks like a E-Web? Is that an E-Web? It looks like an E-Web token. I can't see. I'm a little bit blind these days. Yeah, it looks like an E-Web. Looks like the E-Web is... Looks like Fawns is thinking with the E-Web. He could take a shot, he could pivot and then shoot, or he could attack that unit of scouts again and potentially kill another model. Looks like he's going to pivot and then shoot the unit of scouts that's behind the cover, or the stormtrooper unit. Looks like they're talking about it right now. I think the call is shoot the scouts, see if you can get some crits. They have surge to crit, so I think that is the call there. Pivot and then shoot. I don't think this one's used overcharge, has used its barrage generators, but who knows. Now, Fonz is now measuring to see if he can hit these scouts. I think he's shooting the scouts in the center, thinking at the ones with the objective. Good idea here. A good play. I do apologize for the miss of the action earlier. The camera does sometimes skip recording, so I just need to watch that more vigilantly, let's say, for next time. I do apologize for that. Alright. See, I think the players are collecting their dice, or they're still, I think they're maybe still considering who they want to shoot. Obviously, the UEV with the order token. Shots going into one of these units. Looks like cover's gonna cancel everything, or no? This is a unit. This is a shot into the stormtroopers, the shock troopers. Looks like they're gonna save 2, lose 1. Yep, looks like they save 2 and lose 1. So the red base shock troopers are gonna take 1 casualty here. Good play from. I don't know if that's good play from Fonz. Definitely not terrible. Yeah, the tactical decision there, maybe not the best. It is putting 2 suppression on the stormtrooper unit though, and they only have, well, they do have 2 courage from the officers, so they might still get an action. But nothing else shoots at them. I'm not sure about the decision there, but probably to put the forces at bay. Looks like Mike drawing special forces is going to go with the special forces behind the rock, or just shot. Looks like they're going to maybe take another shot into shore troopers. Yes, looks like they are. I think they only have line of sight to 2 units at this point, though, so I think that's what he's trying to do. I don't think he's trying to try to wipe the unit here. He's only got 2 guys left, I think. Probably. If he's taking a shot with them and not moving into melee, he's definitely only got 2 guys left. Gonna roll the 4 black dice. I think he takes an aim here. That's what I would do. I'm not sure if he's doing that, though. We'll see. We will see. Right over here. Yeah, gonna collect the dice here. Looks like they're rolling on this side of the table this time, which is pretty nice. Nice for us to see, I guess. Yeah, looks like they got the range. Okay. Into there. Yeah, looks like he took an aim there, so it looks like it's going to be 3 hits. Or is that 2 after cover? No, it looks like they're in base, so they are in base contact then, and they're not giving the cover bonus to the shore troopers. Alright, so 3 red defense dice saves here. Like the shore unit, gonna lose 2 more units. Wow, okay, that scout unit really putting in work against those shore troopers. Getting on another suppression token too. Wow. Good shots. He's gotten really good value out of those scout troopers, taking out that shore trooper unit from, what is it, 6 models down to 1. And one of those being a medical droid in the heavy. Wow. Good shots, good shots. That shore trooper unit not really be able to do anything. Looks like the ATST is up now. And it looks like they're determining line of sight. Mike stepping in the way of the camera for a little bit. Or the ATST pivots and shoots. There's a couple different options here. Fonz considering. Looks like they're also going to check some ranges too to see what range exactly it's at. See just what options that they're up to. Looks like they're at range 4. They may be at range 3, but I'm sure that's more of a range 4 shot. I guess Fonz is considering taking an aim with double rainbow or moving up to roll all the dice. It looks like that ATST is at range 3, so it looks like a triple rainbow just with an aim where it is. Wow. V2 move with the ATST going exactly as far as you want it to. Mike gonna double check that range and I guess see what return fire he can do later on. Oh no, wait, no, the ATST does have to move up to range 3, so it looks like they're just gonna slide it right up to where it needs to be at range 3 and take this double rainbow shot. Not a bad call. I think with an aim, it does however put his reek point to the rear of the speeders, so if the speeders want to go for a kill here, probably easily take out this ATST. Not sure how many hits we're looking at here. Looks like 3 going away, so rolling for 3 saves. And does he save it all or does he take 1? Looks like he saved it all there. Wow. Nice saves from the shock troopers. And just getting one more suppression. He's got, I think, 3 suppression on that unit now. Not sure exactly what they're going to be able to do with their one action, but I guess shoot the ATST and see what damage they can put into it. He's got a white and 3 black, I believe, going into it. 4 unit. Looks like he's going to go with those shock troopers. Going to take a rally and see what they can do. Or does looks like he's considering his options now to see which unit he wants to go with. He wants to go with those blue stormtroopers before they take any hits. I think the camera might have skipped another beat here. Maybe? No, it doesn't seem like it. Seems like we're still on the same activation. Seems like the ATST has the same amount of wounds on it. Still has 2, yeah, so I don't think the shock trooper unit's gone yet, because I think their main move would be just to shoot the speeder. Sorry, the ATST, my bad. They all start kind of grouping up together, so it must have been a long decision process here for Mike to figure out what he wants to shoot. Or have they moved on from that shot and doing something else now? Not exactly sure what's going on. Overall map control though is looking in favor of Mike. He does have 3 of the 5 objectives. And one of the objectives is where that, oh wait, I see what happened. I think the stormtroopers took out that last unit of that last shore trooper guy, and that's what they focused into. Okay, so the stormtroopers took out the last shore trooper. Not exactly sure where this hit's going. I think it's from Ided into the scouts potentially. Okay, yeah, so the stormtrooper, the red stormtroopers, my bad, sorry. Camera skipped a beat again. Red stormtroopers killed the last shore trooper, so they must have rallied really well, and then aimed and took a shot into him. And it looks like Iden shooting the scout troopers, no, shooting the stormtroopers. Looks like he's gonna have 3 hits going into them, or is that 4? Looks like 3. Not exactly sure if they took 1 model, or is that 2 models? 1 model. Wow, these stormtroopers are saving really well. So far 3 shots into them, and they only have taken 2 models off. Pretty big. And now I don't know how much they rallied off, so they might be at 2 suppression, or they might be at 3 still. Who knows? Yeah, the map control is looking in favor of Mike though, because where that one dead scout shore trooper unit used to be is where one objective is, behind that barricade. And just across from it on the other barricade is where the other objective is. And Mike's unit of scout troopers is looking in position to take that objective, so lots of ground covered by Mike here. He's in position to take these objectives. He's holding back the ATST from an objective zone, it seems like, but that ATST could pivot and then start shooting anything, really. So I guess we'll see exactly how all that works. Looks like a speeder is taking a shot into some shore troopers here, and gonna get 2 hits. Looks like taking, I think, 1 casualty. And this is where the rules get kind of weird. So because the astromech is a non-combatant, the heavy would die first, and I believe Mike is double checking with the ref on this just to make sure, or no, he's letting Fonz know and telling him that the heavy dies first, and then they double check. And I think right now Mike's explaining it to him, and I think in a bit he's going to double check. So remember Mike calling like 3 counselor rulings during the entire tournament, during this entire first round. I think he was the only person to call counselor rulings, and they were over very simple stuff. Nothing that Fonz was against, I think, actually. I think Fonz was actually okay with all of this, but Mike just wanted to be sure that he wasn't, I guess, cheating the game. He did, however, cheat the game in the very beginning, unwillingly. I think after the game, I let him know about the incorrect spawning on the objectives, and the judge did too. Looks like Fonz going to let Mike put his speeder bike down there because Mike is struggling to keep it up on top. But yeah, anyways, about the placing your units on with scout on the objective, that's not allowed. I think the lead ref did tell Mike that after the game, and Mike was very apologetic about doing that. So I don't think Mike will be doing that anymore. And it doesn't seem like it mattered. I think Yeah, I think that didn't really matter, actually. I think the one unit that did grab the objective just moved into getting shot. And the other unit just took a dodge or a standby that didn't really trigger against anything. Looks like the short trooper unit will rally. Gonna heal 1 wound off the ATST. Pivotal there, healing 2 wounds off of it. It's now down to 10. It's got 10 wounds left on it. And the scout trooper unit, considering measuring ranges there. Scout's gonna maybe, Shorter's gonna maybe take a shot here. Looks like he is. Not gonna roll anything. But no suppression even. That's rough. I guess the better call there would have been to move the scout trooper behind some cover and just hope that he can grab an objective later on. But all good. Looks like Mike measuring some ranges to Iden. Gonna start figuring out what he wants to do. Looks like he's gonna compulse. And that is the single scout? No, I think that's a unit of 2 speeder bikes that's moving up. Looks like they're gonna double move. Gonna move him back a little bit. It is move action, so you can do that. Unlike a compulse. Gonna knock over the speeder bike. Speeder bike models being somewhat flimsy sometimes, I guess. And it looks like his only shot is into Iden Versio, so he's gonna take that shot. I think he was hoping for a shot into the E-Web to start taking those out, to weaken the gun line a bit, but he's gonna take a shot into Iden. Not sure about the strategy here. I think it would have been better to actually go for that unit of shore troopers, or that ATST even, and just kind of thin that out. But it is a play. I guess we'll see how many wounds go into Iden here. Looks like after cover 1 hit, and Iden's going to spin her dodge and using nimble to keep it. So just 1 suppression. That shot not working out. It looks like all of Bonds' stuff is gone. Nope, Bond still has the E-Web and 1 mortar left to go. Alright. Mike was grabbing the movement template as if to move again, so I had to do a double take there a little bit. 48 minutes and this table's already pretty much divulged. This is kind of what happens with the activation list. Bonds has already lost 2x and is looking at losing a 3rd pretty quickly here. Yeah, it's kind of, so now he's down to 6 right now. He's going to be down to 5 later on, and that's I think what a 12 activation list does best is just collapse on you and just eat your units and take as many of them off the table as possible without losing that much. Mike's doing a pretty good job of keeping his casualties minimal low. That unit of scouts that's behind that rock to the up on the top of the screen that Iden was shooting at earlier, they might be dead. I think they might be. Iden might have cleaned them up earlier. We may have not seen her activate. Who knows though. Looks like this E-Web's gonna go. No, it looks like a mortar's actually gonna go get another crit onto another unit. Gonna aim. I think that's a hit, so I was looking at just 1 crit, which the scouts won't save, so they take 1 more wound and they gain 1 more suppression. Ouch, that mortar putting in work against those scouts. Not enough dodge tokens to use with situational awareness. I guess that's why Mike's taking situational awareness, to avoid situations like this. But he's not able to generate enough dodge tokens. They haven't tapped emergency transponders yet, which I'm guessing Mike would have wanted to do there. I think he's probably regretting that. Who knows, though. Maybe he's just letting Fawns take out his unit to feel better about it, I guess. Looks like another Special Force unit is going to go. Mike considering the options. Looks like he's going to go with the dude behind here and double move him. He is out of the camera angle, so I don't think he's going to take a shot at the ATST. Oh, that's what Mike's doing. Mike is going behind the ATST to get shots with that single scout, man. Maybe do a couple wounds with the impact of his pistol. That's, I don't know if that's... I guess it's clever, because the scout would otherwise just die to Iden, so... I guess it is pretty clever to have him go around and just put damage to the ATST and keep him alive as long as possible. And that's a pretty clever move. That is an applaud there, because that'll... Yeah, when he's in the weak point, he's going to... With 2 black dice, he's going to put 1 damage into it every turn. Unless the ATST saves it, of course, but... Who knows? Probably not. We'll see. Could also take out that scout trooper unit, too. Put some more suppression on them. Looks like the scout's just going to double move. Looks like Fawns is either passing or... going to go with one of his units here. I think Fawns is collecting some dice. I think one of the E-Webs is going to take a shot into some scouts behind the leg of this ATST. It looks like that is the case here. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to determine line of sight for that. Looks like there is a shot there. I'm assuming that only half or two of the minis can die from this shot, though. I don't think all the L can die, but you never know. One's gonna take a shot here. Not sure how many hits this is. Oh, it looks like all 3 of those white dice rolling paint. So it looks like, yeah, cover in the low profile gonna take away. Oh, it looks like we're rolling for 5 here. It looks like we're taking 2 models off, or just 1. Looks like we're just taking 1 model. Wow. All right, that's a pretty good save from the scouts then. Not sure if the correct number of dice was being rolled there. I think it was, and I think they just saved really well. That's a really good roll, though. Very good roll. It might actually be down just to 2 models left, or 3 models left, I'm pretty sure. 2 suppression, though. And it looks like they're discussing something, so it looks like this... Oh, it looks like they're discussing the amount of models that can die, because... Yeah, because Fonz hasn't played the game in a while, so it looks like... So Mike is explaining some of the rules just to kind of catch him up a bit. It's like Mike considering the options, drawing a token, gonna draw a token, gonna get a special forces. Getting to the point where it doesn't really want to activate special forces anymore. Asking Fonz if all his stuff is gone. Looks like it all has except for this mortar over here. Not exactly sure which unit's gonna go. It looks like these scouts over here are gonna go. The ones with the objective. Looks like they're gonna climb over the rock. I guess that... Yeah, I guess it would be the same distance as Speed 2 in that situation. And it looks like they're just gonna take a shot at this shore troopers, it looks like. I don't think he has line of sight to the mortar. I don't think he's going for the mortar either. I think he's just going for this shore troopers just to kind of wipe out another activation here. That's pretty clever to use the scouts shaking a little bit. Victory getting to his head, trying to make sure it doesn't, I guess. Gonna take a shot into the shore troopers. Not sure if he's tapping emergency transponders for a name. I think he's thinking about it right now. How badly does he want those 2 scouts dead? And I think he probably did tap it. I think I'm seeing some movement over there. It looks like he's collecting the dice now. Get a nice side shot to his face. So 8 blacks going into the scout, going into the shores here. Looking at 4 hits, 5 hits off the initial roll. Aiming for nothing. The aim token, he did take an aim, but it didn't do anything. So 5 hits to the shore unit, no cover. And it looks like 2 of them are dead. Unfortunately, that 3rd activation getting wiped out. Fonz is now looking at 5 activations, 2 E-Webs, Iden, a mortar, and an ATST. Not a great situation, as Mike has maybe lost 1 activation. Mike drawing another Special Forces unit. Holding that speeder bike until the very last. Not exactly sure what the use of it is there. I think Mike only has this last Special Forces unit to go. No, he's going to use improv orders to draw something else. For another Special Forces token. Bit unfortunate there. But, whatever. It's whatever. It's improv orders. Not getting the right order here. Improv orders not really doing Mike any favors here. He does have 6 Special Forces tokens though, so those won't be great. He's looking at a climb over here. Get this objective. Very interesting move. Or I guess he's looking at where he needs to be, maybe, from the objective token. This could be pivotal if he's able to move out and grab that token and then climb back next turn. It looks like we are going to be fast forwarding a little bit. It does look like 1 speeder bike moved to the far left, right in front of the ATST, and took another shot into something. I don't know if there's any wounds on the E-Web. Doesn't look like it. It does look like those scout troopers are on the objective, though, and are ready to move. Going to play Ambush. And it looks like Fonz's card going to be the Concussive Blast card, giving Iden that very powerful range 2 weapon. Very good card, I think. And it looks like Mike is going to be issuing an order to that unit of scouts with the objective. Mike going to grab the objective and then climb back over the cliff. They are, I think, moving through a barricade, though. So Mike is not exactly sure about how this is going to go. Trying to figure out how he wants to do this. I think he is able to climb. You can, when you are climbing, it is kind of dumb. You can climb over a barricade if it's right in front of you as well. And I think Mike is asking a counselor again if this is okay. Mike, from what I know, thinks the climb rolls are kind of dumb, even though he seems to use them more than most of the other players I know of anyways, to get that cover advantage. Looks like he's talking about it now. And yeah, I think our lead tournament counselor is saying that it is okay. So it looks like Mike will probably be taking that climb then. Yep, he is taking that climb. Gonna climb right over, grab the objective, and climb right over. Wow, what a move. Mike now in control of 4 objectives. Pretty much safe. The only thing that could probably ruin him right now is the ATST. And the E-Webs, depending on what positioning they get into. That could kind of kill him here. But let's see what Iden does here. See if she gets an activation in here. This is only round 3. Round 3, he's already got 4 of the objectives. Already almost got Fonz's list. Got Fonz's list down from 8 to 5 activations. It's not the most impressive kill thing, I think, but it is pretty impressive nonetheless. Fonz, I guess, considering his options. Gonna take a move with Iden and take a range 2 shot into one of those units with the 5 red dice concussive blast. Or just measure. Looks like that scout trooper unit that is behind that rock is still behind that rock. Looks like they're just barely holding on. So it looks like he's gonna be firing his concussive blast into them. And then I guess quick thinking to take that aim and dodge token. Concussive blast obviously has blast, so you're looking at 0 cover. So this pretty much wipes that unit of scout troopers. I guess if they're still alive, it's best to use it against those ones rather than the stormtroopers, just because the storms are probably going to roll some decent saves again. But yeah, the 5 red dice going to be coming in. Iden just taking the quick thinking aim and dodge, I think, just to stay alive. Stay away from those speeders. Not wanting to move out for an objective and get wiped out by speeder bikes. A good move, a good play there, I guess. Looking to take out the first activation here. Fonz considering the options. Looks like 5 red dice. You did get to see the object token there a little bit. Gonna take an aim on 2 red dice that roll blanks. But looks like that's gonna be 5. Mike rolling for 5 whites. Gonna take only 2 wounds. But yes, they're both dead. That is Mike's first activation wiped out this game. He's now looking at 11 acts. That's not bad. That's really good. 11 acts to 5. That's a 2-to-1 margin. Wow. This game is really steamrolled in Mike's favor. Mike, of course now, since he did play ambush, he only can draw order tokens. Looks like he's going to improv to draw another special forces. Mike's luck is not looking good for improvised orders. He definitely should probably replace that card, I think, with something else. Looks like he's going to consider his options now. Going to go with Orange Squad, it looks like. Looks like they're going to take a move action. They might have range to the ATST here to put more crits into it. Or they take a shot. Looks like he's actually going to take a shot at the mortar here and just try to maybe kill it before it gets any more shots off, I guess. Not a bad idea either. I guess if you only have an ATST to worry about, then you only have an ATST to worry about. And I guess with the speeder bike's positioning, he's not really in position to take out that ATST. In hindsight, they probably should have honestly gone for the ATST because they're out of positioning right now. Looks like 3 hits going into the mortar though. This could kill it. Probably not though. Looks like, I don't know how many blanks or surges the mortar had there, so it looks like it's still alive, but it's taking some damage here. Taking only 1 damage and 1 suppression. Very good roll from the mortar there. Not gonna die, unlike most of the other Imperial forces under Fonz's command. Those short troopers not rolling too well, but not rolling terrible. And those scout troopers, that orange squad is being pretty aggressive though with the objective. The ATST might pivot and just shoot them. I mean, they still have their paired supplies dodge token, I guess, though, and with the low profile, that probably avoid most of the hits, but still a sketchy shot, though. Looks like the E-Web is going to take a shot into the speeder bikes, or is that the ATST that's taking a shot? Kind of hard to tell from back here. No, it looks like an E-Web. An E-Web not rolling any hits, low profile, canceling everything. Or doing a wound. I think it did a wound to one of the speeders. So not terrible there, but not great, I guess, at this point in the game. Looks like there's a Special Forces token. Mike going to consider the options. Not sure exactly what unit's going to activate here, but I guess we'll see. That does look like a Special Forces. That might be actually a core unit, though. It does look like that blue unit of squad's last turn moved up to the objective and skipped shooting at the ATST this turn. Seems to be what Mike's units are doing. Mike gonna activate this singular speeder bike to get out of danger, I guess. I don't know if he's moving again or if he's pre-measuring. Looks like he's pre-measuring, so it looks like he's gonna take a shot to Ida and then compulse onto her, give her some suppression tokens. I guess he wants to slow her down a bit. She does have Courage 3, so this doesn't really do that much. And it looks like he's got one hit. Gonna take an A. Oh, just the one hit. Into the E-Web. No, he's shooting the E-Web. Okay, he's trying to get more moves on the E-Web. Looks like the E-Web will not be taking a damage. I think, unless that was a surge. I'm not sure. Looks like just suppression. And the speeder bike now going to... Oh, looks like we're... It looks like the speeder bike just moved, aimed, and shot into the E-Web, yeah. Looks like he's just pre-measuring for next turn, I guess. Looks like the ATST may have these speeders in arc. Looks like it does, so he's going to take that range 3 shot into him. Gonna potentially wipe a bike unit here. I don't know. I think it only has the unit leader in arc, but I'm not sure on... Well, if it has the unit leader in arc, then the secondary can die. That's right, because it kind of has that effect where the secondary tries to run up and save its unit leader, I guess. Makes sense. Suppose it's how real... With the subordinate running in the way of the leader to keep him alive. Anyways, ATST rolling. Hard to... I think that's full... Is that a full boat? There's one surge conversion. One aim. Okay, that's a full... Oh, that black guy's gonna convert. Cover's gonna take down one. That's still 7 hits. That's almost a full boat. Wow, that's huge. 7 white defense dice. That's a lot of dice. Mike is holding a lot there. Oh my god, only 1 block. That's an entire speeder bike unit dead. 1 out of 7. Bike unit down. Wow. What a good shot from the ATST there. Wow. That's huge. That's a really good shot. Wow. Okay. Looks like Mike actually drew the other speeder bike unit. So it was like 1 draw away from saving his guys apparently. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and take a shot. The E-Web engineer, not a bad idea. Just kind of kill that thing. Iden's a bit too tough to take down right now. Looks like double rainbow. I guess right now they're trying to determine cover for the E-Web. And it looks like it would be hard cover because it's positioned at least half behind that tower. And it looks like after conversions, 1 hit. So, I mean, 3 hits is not a bad shot. And it looks like the E-Web rolled 1 block. It looks like it rolled 1 block. Thinks it just takes a suppression, which isn't the worst for sure. Still definitely works. Looks like Mike is gonna do a move and then the compulse at the end of his activation. I mean, I think a pivot and a move would have been better because right now he's kind of positioning himself to get shot by that. Well, that E-Web's not in position yet, but that E-Web could move in between the legs of the AT-AT model there, and next turn shoot him. Yeah, I'm not sure about that honestly. I think a pivot move would have been better, but because his mortar can't hit you with his good gun at that close range, but I don't know. At this stage, I don't really think it matters too much. Mike's got 4 of the 5 objectives, so he's really just looking at staying alive. Looks like the mortar's gonna take a shot here. Gonna aim to reroll some dice. And nothing. Alright, we don't even know. Well, we didn't really know who he was shooting, I guess. Probably some scouts or the speeder bikes, but no hits anyways. Looks like the scout unit's gonna go here. Rally's nothing. Looks like it's blow that black squad. The 2 main unit of scouts is still alive. Still kicking. 2 guys left. I guess that's what the mortar was trying to shoot. Take out a 3rd dude. Get him down to 1 person left. That would have been, I guess that would have been optimal, but yeah. I don't know though, because I don't think he has really any other shots into that unit. Even next turn, if he moves that E up, I don't think there's any more shots into it. Okay, so it seems that it's Fonz's turn now, and it looks like that his only unit left is the E-Web, and the E-Web's probably just going to do a double move. Yeah, get into position between that leg. Yeah, that's a really good position for the E-Web. Because you're benefiting from cover, because because just with emplacement troopers, I think just a portion of your base has to be covered, or does it have to be half? I forget. I'm assuming because it's a trooper, it's at just a portion. But, so yeah, probably hard cover in this situation. I mean, only light because the sharpshooter. But more importantly, none of Mike's units really have the want or... Yeah, because most of Mike's units of scouts have objectives. So I don't really think any of them want to go charge an E-Web direct straight on and try to kill it. They probably could kill it, but one of them's going to die, and don't think Mike wants to be in the situation of having to hot potato an objective in a fire zone while an ATST is still up. That ATST only has 1 wound on it. So, yeah, unless Mike can start doing some real damage to it, it's gonna be hindrance. Potentially could win the game if it keeps one-shotting units like it did the speeders. It looks like Mike drew a commander here. Don't know who he seems like he's spottering the stormtroopers and then moving back. Okay. Gonna shuffle back and forth, it seems, between that crate and the stormtroopers. I guess she's trying to get some inspire range off. Not sure who she inspired at the start of her activation. Probably those black squats had a suppression, so she did inspire them. Okay, that makes sense. Make sure they don't have any suppression on them anymore. Looks like the other unit of scouts are going to double move. These ones are probably in the range of the E-Web, and the E-Web might be able to see them through the leg of the AT-AT. Because AT-ATs do have those little gaps that are open. I think that was how the E-Web was able to get those shots in earlier against the other unit. So this unit of scouts is going to get shot at, but they do have the hard cover with low profile, and I believe that unit still hasn't spent its dodge token. Maybe it has. I don't know. That might have been the unit that Fawn shot at earlier. Alright, it looks like the single-man scout unit who lost his entire squad in the beginning of the game. Looks like he's going to double move and get in position. Oh yeah, no, just 1 move, and then he shoots now. Gonna see if he can, well, I mean, all he needs to do is roll a hit, and he gets a crit. Oh, there you go, that's 1 crit. See if the ATST takes it or not. Mike laughing about the 1 crit, I guess. Looks like the ATST takes it, I think. Yeah, Fonz is reaching for a token, so nice shot from the scout trooper. The master plan fully realized. He's moving back to kill that ATST. Oh, big shot here from the stormtroopers. Stormtroopers at range 3, so they're going to be able to roll 3 whites and 3 blacks because they're 1 man down. Recovering the rocket and then firing it with the aim from the officer. Good move here. They could be seeing 5 crits from this roll, most likely 4. And it looks like there might be a cover discussion or whatnot. I think the HST might have hard cover, maybe not. Forget how cover rolls work with vehicles. It's a bit hazy on my side. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like you got the dice up, and we're just gonna see a roll here. Tapping the rocket, firing it after recovering it. Got the 1 aim from the officer. Nice setup shot here. Looking interesting off a roll here. That looks cocked. Fortunate because it was a surge. It's been the aim though. That's 1. Oh yeah, we did go fast forward. So it looks like the stormtrooper shot, the other stormtrooper shot. ATST now has a pile of wounds on it. That's not good. And it looks like the first, I don't know what command cards were played this round, but it looks like the first activation was a speeder bike on the speeder bike on the far side. Looks like it shot an E-Web and moved into Iden because she's not where she was. And it looks like there's a second order on the other bike unit. Okay, so he probably played push or pin down. Probably pin down. And I don't know what order is on Iden right now. Probably, I would assume probably the fact that Fonz is going right now means that he played either a low pip or a high pip. Okay, 1 crit and save. Wow, okay. That was probably into the speeder bike unit, seeing as how there's no scouts in the quarters firing arc that are beyond range 3. So it seems that speeder bike unit got a little bit of luck on their side, gonna move up and try to do some more damage to this ATST, see if they can knock some more hits into it. Double Rainbow Impact 2, looks like he's probably gonna take an aim action, so maybe 3 crits. Not looking great too, not doing good, so looking okay so far. 2 hits, 3 hits, and he's gonna aim to see if he can get that crit. 2 chances here. Oh, 2 blanks. That's unfortunate. It looks like there's going to be 2 crits left after the armor. A little bit subpar, but not too subpar. ATST might take 2 here, maybe 1. We'll see. Oh, it looks like the ATST just finally reached its braking limit.
Damaged, alright, so he potentially only gets 2. He rolls a white defense die, no paint, only 1 action.
Oh, he's damaged. Only 1 action with the ATST. That's kind of huge.
Disabled, which is,
ATST not really going to be able to move. Not really going to be able to do that much because it needs to pivot right now in order to get some shots on these objective scout troopers, but it can't if it doesn't roll the paint. And that being said, it probably is at 8 damage now, the ATST, because that was a 1 damage dealt to it. So it rolled 1 save. Looks like that's the roll for the double actions or not. Looks like the ATST only going to have 1 action. So I guess it either shoots the bike way over there and then puts a suppression on the stormtrooper unit hiding behind that rock. An accidental bump there. Or just pours all the dice into the stormtrooper unit ahead of it. I think the move would probably be to pour all the dice in the stormtrooper unit ahead of it, just to kill as many as possible, because it does want to make sure it can't fire that rocket anymore. I do believe only 2 models can die, because there's only 2 out that it can see, but might be able to take some, might be able to, we'll see exactly what happens, I guess. We'll see how the roll works and how they resolve this. Looking at the triple rainbow again, ooh, it's scary. Scary for Mike here. Mike losing a lot of guys to that so far. So far 9 damage from the ATST. Make that a 10th damage. Only losing 1 guy. Unfortunate. And of course it's going to be someone that's already behind a rock. So just no rocket there. Only 3 people left in the unit though, so if Fonz shoots at that unit again, he can probably take off the rocket. Does 2 wounds. He has got Iden and the E-Web that still have to go, I'm pretty sure. Looks like this 2 main unit of scouts that have been in the center of the map for a couple rounds. Yeah, this game is going pretty quick. This is round 4 right now. And it looks like Mike is now just kind of solidifying where he wants to go with his units and getting them out of ranges and arcs. It looks like with his positioning of that scout unit that he's really banking on destroying this ATST this turn. And he's got 2 rockets to do impact 3 with that single man scout unit that's still behind the ATST. So he could definitely destroy the ATST this turn. He might not even need both rockets, to be honest. Maybe just 1. But the question, that blue stormtrooper unit though does need to recover to get their rocket back. So they desperately need not to get shot. So if this E-Web shoots them and uses the suppressive, it could do 2 suppression. Looks like Fonz is going to go with the E-Web at the far side. I guess that E-Web could either shoot the stormtroopers or the E-Web. I mean, sorry, or the speeder bike, my bad. Speeders and E-Webs kind of blending together for me. Both in the same class. Support. Alright, so it looks like he's just going to recover and then get rid of that suppression token, which he doesn't really need. And roll the extra 2 white dice and put as much dice into the... I'm not exactly sure what unit he's shooting here.
The full list of recover is to unexhaust cards and remove.
Oh, and it looks like there's a discussion about recover, about removing suppression tokens. Maybe Fonz wants to keep it for the light cover. Not a bad idea, but I don't really think there's any other units that are really going to shoot on him.
You can recover if you're suppressed. So if you have 3 suppression tokens, your current is 3. Your 1 action can be used. Yeah.
And it looks like there's a discussion on Iden suppression. And it looks like a pretty good roll there from the E-Web. 3 hits going through into the speeder bike, and it looks like the speeder is going to save 1, so it's at 1 HP now. Kind of, I guess, I don't know, it's an average roll, so don't really know what to expect there. Iden's droid could zap the speeder and potentially blow it up, so that could be interesting. That happens.
Let's do orange unit.
Looks like these orange squad of scout troopers are going to go. Again, the markings are on the base, and they're kind of subtle. They're around so you can see them while playing, but from a camera angle, they don't exactly show the best. So it looks like 8 blacks to the mortar, just trying to wipe out another activation. And it looks like they're determining cover. It's like 3 go through and only taking 1 for the mortar. Wow. That mortar is really not wanting to die today. That's a good mortar.
And then you're go.
Yeah, Mike, I think, is just trying to dominate this side of the board. Just dominate, basically. Yeah, just dominate the side of the board that Fonz's forces are not on. That way, his men are safe with the objective, and that he doesn't have any shots going into him. Looks like Iden going to declare some attacks here. The Seeker Droid obviously going into the speeder with 3 whites, and then Iden shooting the Stormtroopers with the 5 dice. It'll be interesting to see exactly what happens here. Quick thinking first. Good thinking. So yeah, it looks like TL50 is going to go into the Stormtroopers, and the ID Seeker Droid going to go into the speeder bike. Not looking like a bad roll here at the start. And I guess Font is considering using marksmanship or using targeting scopes. So I believe he does have targeting scopes on Iden, which came in handy for this one shot here. Looks like 3 are going through because they do have a suppression, and it looks like I don't know what that roll is, but oh wow, they lost 2 minis. Wow, good shot there. Yep, rockets down. So that's a shot that Fonz needed. He might be able to keep his ATST alive. He's at least done all he can to try. Well, hey, on that E-Whip hasn't gone yet underneath ATST's legs. It could apply 2 suppression to the Stormtroopers. It looks like the Iden droid's now going to roll. They're checking for a surge conversion. So it looks like there's 1 or 2 surges. And it looks like it's going to be canceled. Yeah, there's just 1 hit, so it's going to be canceled by the cover of the speeder. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Mike making a joke about his speeder crashing and not fully realized. Looks like the Shock Trooper Corps is going first, and you're going to try to rally, but not going to be able to. I guess Mike is trying to hold for the officer to give an aim to the other Stormtroopers. I don't know. I don't think he notices that E-Web and the fact that it can apply 2 suppression with the suppressive keyword. This could be a play by Fonz here. Let's see if he notices it. It looks like it does look like though that 1 Stormtrooper unit's going to move behind the rock. It's atypical. Doesn't remove any suppression, moves behind the rock. Tries to get out of range, basically. Alright, let's see what Fonz gets here. I think Fonz only has the 1 E-Web left. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be measuring ranges, either shooting the speeders or the Stormtroopers. Could also shoot those scouts, I'm pretty sure. I think Mike was checking that line of sight and said it was clear. Looks like there's the shot in the Stormtrooper is going to recover and use that barrage generator. Not sure how many hits we're looking at for the Stormies. Yeah, oh no, they haven't rolled the dice yet. Okay, so recover and shoot. Okay, my bad. I thought they had rolled the dice. Oh, I saw a dice roll. That's my bad. Thought it was covered by that shield generator. Looking good. Looking like 1 hit after cover. Alright, that's not bad. You got the suppressive keyword, which is what you want. Stormtrooper rolls a save. Well, you got suppressive though, so there's 2 suppression tokens. The officer can inspire 1, but that's still 2 suppressions. So that Stormtrooper unit may not be able to recover and use their rocket. It's based on a die roll now. I mean, if it doesn't die this turn, it'll definitely die next turn, the ATST. But yeah, Fonz gathering up his orders, got nothing left to activate. Looks like the officer will move up after inspiring and give an aim token to the Stormtroopers. I mean, Mike could just roll white attack dice with an aim here if he needs to. Most likely he probably will. See what unit draws next. Oh, yeah, and nothing's moved. Oh, yeah, this is the end of the recording. Yeah, this is the end of the recording. That's the last... dang it. We don't even have the end of the game. I think what happened, I think at this point, that Scout Trooper behind the ATST shot it, because I was here at the last moment. I thought the camera was recording, but it wasn't. But the Scout Trooper shot the ATST, got a hit and a crit, actually, and impacted 1 to a crit. So for 2 crits, and before Fonz rolled that defense, he decided to just concede the game. I mean, at this point, probably the best position Mike in the 4 dominating position with 4 of the 5 objectives. 3 of his units safe after the ATST dies. 4 safe by the next turn. He loses the mortar and the ATST, goes down in lower activations. Yeah, I think it's definitely Mike could have won this. I think he probably would have lost the other Imperial unit out of that Shock Trooper squad, and probably the speeder bike over by Iden. And I don't think Mike would have tried to kill anything else other than the ATST and the mortars. I think that would have been it. But yeah, overall, a pretty good game. I think Fawn's played. I think the boss was misplayed. I don't think he knew about the standby, or if he did, that was an unfortunate try to roll on the dice. Not sure why would you do that, but I think it was a mistake about the standby. Yeah, Mike though just really put up a performance. Some of his scout troopers performing really well and eliminating those shore troopers in the beginning of the game, and just grabbing that many objectives, really just spreading out and conquering. It does seem to be what the 6 to 5 scout Tempest force lists like to do, is spread out and conquer and just win the game. Yeah, overall, it was also very slanted, I think, towards Mike, in the fact that the objective was very much an objective that his units wanted more. The deployment wasn't what really favored him as well, and the condition really also was good too. I don't think any of Fonz's units panicked, but definitely was something that I think worked well for Mike. All of his units having courage too, except for the one stormtrooper unit that's stayed by the officer the whole game is, yeah, it's good. Alright, well, obviously we want to do these type of commentary things more with these Legion videos, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely need lots of improvement though, more camera angles, and I do have a couple other cameras, so you can definitely set that up. And also just making sure none of the cameras shut off while they're recording, that never helps. I do need to be more observant of the cameras. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was definitely a good game to watch, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. May the Force be with you, good luck, and get rock and rolling.